here live.
Except for the part where it goes, blah, 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 and the foreign guys yell at me, and then I always overstep it.
Oh, wait.
It's kind of a habit at this point.
It's time for JD Knows NIL
Hosted by JD Descartes
with Coach KJ.
and Solo.
Woo.
Woo. Woo. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to JD Knows NIL episode, shockingly, 13. I don't know how this keeps happening. But yeah, so happy hump day. We are running on a Wednesday today because someone has a little vacay coming up.
Oh, yeah. No, blame me.
I'm not blaming you. It's not a bad thing. And then someone else has a lot of coaching going on. It's in her name.
Yes, I do.
I'm sure someone else is producing something. Anyway,
Yes.
I'm just here to look good and talk. With that being said, thanks, Scottish Bill, Steve English. Episode 13 is here. The OG crew is all here, including Miss Coach KJ. KJ, how's the
Hi.
coaching going for you right now? I know it's a wild one at the moment.
It is. It's crazy. So we're ending basketball. We're coming to the end of basketball. We've got one regular season game left, and then we go into districts. If we win tomorrow's game, then we have the chance to host the first round game of the districts. So that's really exciting. And then we start track in about 2 weeks. And then I have club volleyball going on right now as well. So we just finished our first tournament in Nashville 2 weekends ago. We play in Franklin this weekend and Sevierville. I can't say that word. Next weekend. And then we've got 7 other tournaments after that. So it's just crazy right now.
Speaking of Sevierville, I'm going to be in Gatlinburg this weekend. So
Are you?
That would be fun.
I'll scope out the talent.
Yes,
Have
yes.
A little romantic getaway. Yeah, you didn't even invite me, so I'm assuming that's nothing.
Oh,
to do
yeah.
with it.
Well, that's what the whole getaway was.
Oh.
Getting away from you. Liverpool's not playing this weekend, so, you
Priorities.
gotta utilize those open weekends,
Still trying to figure out where the compliment is on that. But
Nowhere. You missed it, just like the Titans missed their chance.
Oh, that put a big smile on my face. I'm like, oh, You know who else puts a big smile on my face? Trent. Trent, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well, sir.
How's your hoop life going
Sir,
at the moment?
how you doing, sir? You good, sir?
I'm good. And I'm loving b-ball season because it's kind of the best time of year.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it really
It's
is.
not. We're in NFL playoffs right now. You're telling me?
That's fair.
Did you watch
I mean,
basketball Sunday?
No, I didn't.
Exactly.
Actually, right after. But yeah.
Oh, afterwards, really?
Yeah.
I didn't need anything afterwards. I was done.
Yeah, I mean, it was
And it was like
legendary game.
I was going to use the C word. After that.
Ooh. Which one?
The
Classic?
no.
Cool.
That game was so great. It made me.
Oh, geez.
Cool.
Yeah.
It made me
feel
cool. It made you cool.
It was such a great ending, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's all
cool.
they finished strong.
It did.
Get out of here.
Or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
What she
now-
said.
now it's
What
really
she said,
stay
we're not.
here.
What she said, we're not. All right, what's going on, JD? What you?
All right, nothing yet. Before we get into all the what is going on, let's give a shout to our man, Richard Pearl. Richard, hope you're doing well. Sorry for your loss. Speaking of the Titans, that is. And if you are looking to relocate or maybe purchase the home of a former Titan quarterback, say they cut him or trade him, give your man Richard Pearl a call, 615-268-7996, 615-268-7996. Get yourself a house on a hill with Richard Pearl. Go with the gym.
There you go. Real nice.
Mm-hmm. All right. That sounds good. Let's get into the show. How about we do a little bit of news? What do y'all think?
So now it's time for JD Does the News. This is going to be the biggest load of bollocks ever.
Still hurtful. All right. So in the news, there was a couple of big football games this weekend. None of them went as I predicted. Literally, I think I was 0 for 4. I knew there would be an upset or two. I didn't think it'd be everyone except for the one I didn't pick. Saturday, Titans, they played great against the Bills. 19-6.
Bengals.
I was already excited to get to the Bills-Chiefs game.
Yeah.
For good reason, because that was god-awful. Yeah, Tannehill looked outstanding with his another losing performance in the playoffs. Burrow looked like the next generation may
The
already
future.
be here in quarterbacks. And a rookie kicker, 4 for 4, game-winning field goal. Didn't even look nervous at any point. He was fine.
He said when he was warming up, like when they got ready, he looked at Burrow and was like, "Hey, we're going to the AFC Championship game, bro." Before he even kicked the field goal.
Yeah, he straight up called it.
That's pretty
Wow.
baller. Is that just like a culture thing there?
Well, you know, he's a Florida Gator kicker, so
There's that
That's
part.
definitely not what makes it.
You got to believe first. If you don't believe it,
Yeah.
you're not going to achieve it.
R. Kelly taught
I
us
like
that.
that.
No.
You can fly.
oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
You were going for something.
I was gonna say
It's
totally
so
different.
wholesome. Just
Wow.
a great moment.
Okay.
What could have been?
Titans, man.
Sad.
That game was done when he threw the first pick,
Yeah.
pass, whatever.
The very first one, yeah.
Problem is you paid him too much money. What you going to do?
Exactly. And he had a really good agent, so you're kind of stuck with him at this point.
Yeah,
He's
he's got what 58 million or
26 million next year.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll cost way more to get rid of him than to keep him.
It's very similar to
So,
the contract.
Is it all his fault?
No,
Absolutely. Not.
absolutely not.
You think injuries and not having enough cohesion with that offense had something to do with it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that if I were the defense on the Titans, I would have cussed everybody on offense out. Like, we got 9 sacks and we still lost. How does that work?
It's so the opposite of last season too, or the
Yeah,
offense-
they couldn't. Yeah, they couldn't
you're
get
like-
any pressure on
Yeah.
them last year.
They're like-
Now they're like, we can't do anything.
But they
get
were
pressure on
9
them.
sacks in a playoff
Man.
game, and offense can't do their job. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Henry didn't look rusty, but I feel like the play calling was
He was
terrible.
hesitant. He was
I
hesitant.
think the play calling was terrible.
Yeah.
Like,
He
that
just
was the
wasn't
first
in
game back.
sync. He wasn't in sync. That
That was the first game back after a big injury, and it's kind of a small part of your body, which kind of plays a big part. So maybe he had some nervousness, but
Yeah. Tannehill staying another year.
yeah.
I mean, if you could, which we'll go into the next game because it's not yet, but Rodgers, like, you could probably try and convince Green Bay, hey, we'll throw you 2 first-round picks, take this contract. You have a decent quarterback. I mean, they're not winning championships right now, anyways, with Rodgers. So what difference is it to them?
Do you think he sandbagged that?
No,
No. He was.
He
trying
wants to win.
He's
He's just a douche. He definitely wants to
I am gonna call it here. He's not clutch.
Oh.
He's not. He's a regular season quarterback.
Wait, Rodgers?
Yeah,
Okay.
one Super Bowl.
I mean, statistics.
And did you see
it's hard
the-
to go against that?
He, I guess 3 years ago or something, they lost the NFC Championship game in maybe San Francisco somewhere, and he was like, "Yeah, we need this game at home, 20-degree weather, blah blah blah."
Dude,
And
that's not
that's
how
ex-
this works.
That's
Yeah, you
exactly
get-
how it
like,
played out. So
you got to go win.
I mean, I wanted him to win, but I think
It's hard to win. That is the Super Bowl. It's only like 50. You
I
can't.
think he's petty
win
though.
all of
Like
them.
I
Well,
can
I
see
mean,
him.
yeah,
Like I'm gonna get you number
when
one
Tom Brady
seed.
wins 7, I mean, yeah, you can't win them all. But
He is
come on, the
guys.
49ers were not that good.
No.
And they have a chance to.
But they're
make
still
it to the
playing,
Super
though.
Bowl, you know?
I'll save my
Yeah, I
Rodgers
can't-
stuff for when we talk about that game.
But yeah,
specifically.
so for Tannehill, I'm saying if the Titans, because everybody's gonna say, what about Russ? I think Russell Wilson's gonna go to like a big city.
So did they get rid of Todd Downing? I mean, what do they change? I don't know if it's all Downing's fault. I mean, the dude had Henry out. He never had his big 3, 2 receivers and running back all at the same time.
Yeah.
I think this was the
that
first
like
time.
the 3rd or 4th play of the season together or something like
I think the Titans just have to find a new offensive identity, because in this day and age of the NFL, you can't just run the ball every single time. You've got to have a quarterback that can at least take some pressure off of your main rusher to get some different looks. If they continue to do this, they're just going to keep going down the hole they've been going. So they have to get more weapons and more offensive weapons at that.
So
More offensive weapons. You're stacked.
that. Yeah,
on
their
offense.
offensive
I mean,
weapons
you
are
have
fine.
2
It's just like
number 1 wide receivers.
but who are they dumping it down to? They don't have there's no tight end play. at
Yeah,
all.
Fisker or whatever his name is.
Well, they only
Herbert,
put so
sure.
Foreman was another running back. He
was
killed it.
solid.
Yeah, he was solid on that
Which-
game, but they only kept him in for like 1 or 2 plays.
Which brings me exactly what I was going to ask. So the critics and pundits that say don't waste money on a running back, do you trade Henry or to get draft picks and go
definitely
ahead?
not.
Because
No,
a running
keep
back is
Henry.
a running back in the NFL at the moment.
No.
Definitely.
Foreman was other than the play action that he was no threat to, he was formidable at that spot.
Definitely keep Henry. When he's healthy, no one can stop him. So I would rather him be on my team than be on the other team.
Safe.
Maybe that's how they combo Tannehill out. They trade both of them.
Then you're rebuilding.
Well, it depends on who you get
You're not going to get anybody.
in exchange.
Quarterbacks right now that are available, I don't think free agent wise. I mean, is Kirk Cousins an upgrade?
No.
No.
Rodgers is not coming here
in the
regardless.
playoffs.
David
man.
Carr or Derek Carr, whatever his name is.
Derek Carr. Actually, Derek Carr would be an upgrade, I think.
I would take Derek Carr.
I would take Derek
Tannehill.
Carr over Tannehill.
Yeah,
What's
Derek
he
Carr
shown?
had
What's
no
he shown?
weapons.
About the same as Tannehill, but I've just have a little
Okay.
more faith in him for some reason.
What about a realistic one like, say, Russell Wilson?
That's
who
not,
actually
that's
is
not realistic. He's gonna want to go to a big city because of his wife. Sierra's gonna want to wherever they go.
New York.
It's New York,
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Mhm.
But Nashville is now becoming the little
about Charlotte?
Los Angeles at the South.
Charlotte. No, NC State already has a quarterback.
Hey, he was a legend. He was at my house party too.
He
You
likes
think
to let
that
people know that.
Like, do the players know, like the whole tax-free income thing in Tennessee? I wonder if that
I'm sure they
plays
do.
at
Yeah, they
all
know.
into it.
They know. It's like why people go to Florida. Like there's no state income tax.
This is true. You know who else is in Florida right now? Aaron Rodgers, because he's on vacation. Niners beat the Packers 13-10. Mr. Rodgers had a decent game, 225 yards passing, no picks, no TDs either. Garoppolo.
Such a Garoppolo
That's so weird
performance.
that they
Howard. They're in the
like
NFC
a bad
Championship.
business model
They
that keeps
have-
winning.
They have a formula though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan
Turn
really
your
is a
head the other way.
genius. I hate to admit it, but he is a genius.
So
Don't
Rodgers
miss him being in the division either.
0-4 against the Niners in his career in the playoffs. Where do you think Mr. Shea Woodley's boyfriend goes in the offseason?
I
Stays
say-
or moves?
I told him the other day, what if they pulled a Jared Goff and Matt Stafford? What if they traded Jimmy Garoppolo and
For
Aaron Rodgers and just moved teams? And Jimmy Garoppolo was the 49ers quarterback next year.
I mean,
And Aaron
Packers.
Rodgers
Packers.
was at 49ers.
Yeah, the
Yeah, Packers. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. And and Aaron Rodgers was at the 49ers.
is Jimmy under contract or is he?
I don't
he
think
is.
so.
I
I
think,
think
he
they're
is.
always trying to find a way.
I think he's up.
I
give
think
him
they're trying to get to
applications.
Trey Lance, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't think they
Trey
thought
Lance
that,
got hurt, didn't he, or something?
Yeah, he was going to start over him anyway. I think that he ends up in the one place he should be, Denver, where he can.
Yeah, I think it's
Everybody's
brownies
saying
and-
Denver as well.
I think Denver is waiting.
Rodgers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be more
Yeah.
fitting of his lifestyle now. He looks like a hippie, so that's where he should
No,
be.
he's under contract for one more year. Garoppolo is.
Yeah, I think
That's fine.
lifestyle wise, I think Denver's probably the obvious option.
Talk about a dude that had weapons, though. Good Lord.
Yeah, but his problem is he only focuses on one.
Yeah.
Like he tries to feed Devontae Adams too much.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's not clutch, bro. Regular season,
I mean,
he's an
There's
MVP.
no way to argue that.
I mean,
Like,
you have
in the
it-
regular season,
yeah.
he'll win the game.
I don't
Playoffs,
care.
He doesn't have a good
I don't care
playoff
what you
career.
say. If in order to win playoff games, unless you're San Francisco, you need to have an elite quarterback playing that position. And you're telling me for the past,
I mean,
they were the number
yeah,
one seed the last 2 years or something like that. So
you can't disagree with that.
I think Denver or he retires.
Well, with them going 0-4 against the 49ers, fun fact, if anybody didn't know this, but Sean McVay, LaFleur, and
Kyle Shanahan.
were
Oh.
all part of the Washington football coaching staff in 2012. So
That's crazy.
they all, I mean, obviously it's gonna be a little
And they still
little
suck back
difficult when
then.
they play each other because they know each other. They know their offenses. They know how each other works. So I think that's one big reason why
He's actually going with
he's
the
0-4 against them.
if you can't beat them, join them theory. Is
Yeah.
what he's going to do.
Pretty
Go over
much.
there and like search for gold on the weekend. Do they still do that?
Probably.
I've never been. I have no idea. All right, let's move on to the next team of I'm intrigued by this one too, the result that is. So one team brought everybody back after winning the Super Bowl. Everybody got a year older. Maybe that's what it was. Starting quarterback for the Rams, never won a playoff game, never been in one, right? Am I wrong?
No,
on
he's
that?
lost.
Okay, yeah, but never won one. And so Rams beat the Bucks 30-27 in the third of three upsets in the playoffs at the time.
This wasn't an upset though.
Were the
Was
Rams favored? No, they're Bucks were favored by I think 2.5 in that one. They were.
Yeah,
Bucks were too.
Yeah. There was 3 for 3 upsets at that point. Brady did have a decent game. Threw for what? 329, but threw it 54 times. Good
How
Lord.
about the first half though?
It was,
It looked obsolete.
yeah, for a
I mean, he
minute.
looked horrible. It
And he almost came back and won, right?
We know. Thank
I
God.
mean,
Thank
he's gonna
God
bring that-
for
I mean,
he
Cooper
was-
Kupp.
I'm happy for you because you're not gonna have to talk about him again because I think he's done. But
Brady?
yeah, I think
I think he'll be done after this
I
season.
think he's retiring.
He's
Everything
yeah,
is
he's
leaning
gonna be
towards that direction, and he's not gonna commentate or anything, so don't worry.
No,
Thank God.
Hater.
hater.
Definitely will.
No, I mean the Bucks, they were banged up. So yeah, they brought everybody back, but they were banged up. Defense wise, they were banged up.
The Rams
Godwin
are
was
going to win the
gone.
Super Bowl.
No, they're not.
I think
No,
I'm actually not against Trent. It's set up. It's scripted. Where is the Super Bowl this year?
LA.
Let's go. It's a home game.
Back to
Just
back
like
home
last year.
Super Bowls.
Just like last year for your boy.
Y'all keep forgetting.
Talk about Scripty McGee.
y'all forgetting about that guy in Kansas City.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Can't cut him out.
He
Tyreek
lost. He
Hill?
lost last year. You think he's not? And he just had
He
a
already won one.
shoot. Nah,
I don't know.
Rams ain't bad.
The Rams
What
might.
about Aaron
Rams.
Donald? You got Aaron Donald, Von Miller, and Leonard Floyd on that front line. And he's just going to scamper his way out of that too.
Well, let's see what happens
I
this
know.
weekend. Let's see what
I
happens this
really-
weekend. But I'm not betting against the
Rams
Kings.
might not win, but I think that they'll get there to host it. So they'll be in
definitely.
their own hosting
Yeah.
arena.
They had a good game. I mean, second
Dude, their
half
defense is dumb. Like they're like all the way clicking.
they got 27 points put up on them with 329 yards. So okay, they're just you're going for names now.
No.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
it was
that-
just like
how many-
dominant to
But that's
up
against
until
Titans-
the point.
The Titans had more sacks.
That's a fun fact.
The
But
27 points against Brady, the greatest quarterback of all
and
time.
it was like you got to at least make it close for him. He got his
Serviceable.
first unsportsmanlike conduct of his freaking career.
It's because he was confused they were winning. Like, what did he throw a fit?
he was- yes. He
went out
got
to
a
shake
bloody
hands.
lip and he said, "I'm mad," and he got an
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
unsportsmanlike
Saw a
for the
meme
first
on that.
time in his career.
The,
Talk about
the
catered to.
Stafford Cooper Cup connection is lethal.
That's
I
facts.
give you that.
Cooper Kupp's background with his wife working through college and
Yeah.
stuff for him was pretty
yeah,
cool too.
Yeah,
He seems like a humble
She
dude.
gambled.
I.
Yeah, I mean,
She better be good.
She took a big gamble.
She goes, "What's the arena ball play again? What's it pay?" She's like,
It's like-
"No."
Hey, it's like Kurt Warner's wife too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they canceled the XFL.
I mean, it's they have a good chance to beat the 49ers, even though they're 0-2 against the 49ers this season.
Scripted.
Nah.
That's why. And then the game of the
So-
weekend.
Hold on.
Game
Sean
of the
McVay
year.
is going to come with it.
Of the
So TB12, you happy he's retiring?
Yes.
No, he's not.
Yeah, I think he's
everything that
he's
he's
like,
been-
I'm the superstar father now, and I really care about my wife.
haters.
Nope. Comes back next season, tears an ACL, and then quits. 6 games into the year. Write it down.
All right. Game of the week, game of the year.
Game of our life.
Game, of the decade, all of it.
I mean, there was
Game-
another Chiefs game against the Rams that was really good a couple years ago, though. So
They have a habit of it.
Yeah.
it might happen in the Super Bowl.
Hey,
How about that
bro.
overtime rule, yo?
Yeah.
that's so crazy.
Chiefs
That is-
won 42-36. Mahomes 378, 3 touchdowns. Allen almost flawless, 329,
No,
4
that
touchdowns.
is flawless.
That is flawless.
He didn't get the
All
ball at
4
the end.
touchdowns to the same receiver, by the way. First
And
4 touchdown game ever.
Imagine if he did get the ball in his hands.
Bro.
Like, I mean,
Same-
that game might have
same-
Those
been
ain't the
going on.
rules.
Yeah, I know.
It's
No,
over 700 yards throwing with 0 interceptions. That's insane.
That's how we are on Xbox. It's the same.
And
On-
only
On Xbox,
only,
exactly.
On rookie mode.
on easy on rookie.
Hold on.
While someone else
Madden,
plays.
we got like 9 picks.
I just watch. I'm like, throw it to X. I don't know. My thumbs are old. I can't do that.
I'm old.
I'm used to hitchhiking.
They threw the ball 60 times combined, and they only had 21 incompletions between the two of them.
Wow.
It's only what 60-some%. It's not the greatest, but still.
Between
This rivalry though, is this going to
Okay.
be like the AFC? Either
I called it
championship
last
or
week.
divisional for like the next 10 years.
I called
in
it
a row?
last week. This is
Nah,
Brady
I think
Manning.
The Bengals are going to be there next year, just like they are this year.
I feel like
I think the Bengals are about to be the
mess
truth,
everybody
man.
up.
I think they're like, hey, look
But
at
the
us.
Bills
But
are-
the big boys don't
they'll-
really carry yet.
So, come on,
I
guys.
feel like
Hold
the
on,
Bills,
come on,
man,
guys.
what
Let's
is it?
take. Yes, the Bengals are going to be good, but
Are
it
they
takes
better
a
than
couple
Josh
years for
Allen
you
and
to
them?
have that like playoff experience. I
I
mean,
don't
they did
know.
get two good wins, but I don't think they're going to be fighting for AFC championships. I think they'll be in the hunt.
I give it
Them-
one more year.
I think
Man,
they're gonna be
you're really
good
high.
next
You're
year.
One
really
more
high
year.
on them.
No,
What about their defense?
it's not
Man,
even that.
All right, I'm gonna say this: like Joe Burrow has that MJ look in his eyes. You don't see that very often.
So what you're saying in the next year or two, he's going to be better than these two guys?
I don't know about that. I
He'll
mean, I
be
can't.
equal?
It'll be this. It'll be like top 3.
Because they're not having no drop off. I mean, they're going to continue to get better.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. I think he's
gonna
there.
be in that.
So in my
conversation,
eyes,
yeah.
he's like the next tier below them. Like if they're 1-2, I'm saying okay, Burrow's 3.
I think Burrow will in the next year or two will either be like equal to them, and
Yeah.
with his work ethic and the way he is, I think that he will go above at least one of them and be in the top 2 conversation in the next 1 or 2 years.
I like Josh
Jared
Allen. I like Josh Allen a
Josh
lot.
Allen.
Oh, I love Josh
He's-
Allen.
Man, that dude put his heart out there.
Yeah.
I think Burrow is like
I'm
our
just
show.
saying, like
he's just
in the
13
A-
and they're adults.
He's in the
It's gonna be a
AFC
minute.
Championship in his second year, coming off an ACL injury.
Turning around a team that hasn't done anything.
okay.
I mean,
Relax.
30
he's got
years.
that MJ.
Relax. He
He's
didn't.
got-
It's not like he led them to victory this week.
I
He
mean,
had a decent game, but it's not like he went out there and had a shootout and won them the game. So
because
like,
he played to his level of competition.
okay,
Matt
so that
Pearson
doesn't
had the game.
mean that I'm all right. I mean, you guys could be on when you two are back together like this.
We're recording
I
this.
don't
saying
want to
it.
come off
I-
as like I'm getting.
We're
worked up
recording
about it.
this. No, we're recording this. So we're gonna
I mean,
see
you're
what
not wrong
happens
either.
Sunday.
Like Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes are gonna be the Brady and whatever.
And I
Manning.
rate Burrow. I rate him, and I like what they've
I
put
think
around
he- I
him.
think he's gonna
He
be-
has
yeah.
a solid wide receiving core, and he's only going to get better. But they're not.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
You
I
think
mean,
he
and
steals
their
the,
I think their defensives are like equal.
you think he steals the Baker Mayfield commercials? Like, they're
No,
like, hey,
definitely not. Like he's more
that way he's like a
focused. and-
superstar.
he's more MJ. Like he's MJ ish.
That's Tom
Michael
Brady.
Jackson?
Tom Brady's MJ-esque.
Yeah,
Buddy.
that's fair.
Don't forget. Don't forget.
But like, not
The
as
GOAT.
catered to.
The GOAT.
How did MJ
What do you
do
mean
that?
they had
To the
MJ
Wizards?
rules?
Exactly.
So
You're not allowed to touch Tom Brady. We
So-
know.
Oh, the Tuck rule. Was that the original Brady? Was that Brady? The Tuck rule? I think it's outstanding. It actually worked too.
But
If you
no,
watch
I
it.
mean, that overtime rule has to change.
I agree.
That's not. Come on.
I agree.
In the regular season, I get it. Who cares? But come on, like let
What
him
is
have a
it, like,
chance.
you both get a
Yeah, or play 15 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. Just play
It should be.
15
It
minutes.
should
Play-
be a full quarter, and
a full
then
quarter, and then
first to score wins that.
or do it like college. Put them on the 20 and let them go.
I don't have a problem with either of those.
Yeah, I don't even.
But come on, like, in what was it?
You saw
A minute 45. They scored like 25 points between
Yeah.
the two of them.
Yeah, it's insane.
I mean,
13 seconds, man. Like, yeah.
he had less time than the Cowboys, and
yeah. And that was the referee's fault, right?
that's why I like right now. We're going into them now, right? Bengals and Chiefs, and then 49ers and Rams. But
All right. So the results of those 4 games: Bengals at Chiefs. That would be 2:00 Sunday, right? Yeah,
both
Sunday.
games are Sunday.
Chiefs favored by a touchdown. They beat the Bengals 34-31 in Cincy in week 17. So do you go with the upstart Bengals, or do you go with the Chiefs being very comfortable in this process and pulling out a win at home?
Yeah,
Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs at home. It's hard to go against that.
Yeah, I don't think that it's starting to look pretty obvious too. I think, but hell, I thought last week was pretty obvious, and that did not work out well for me. So, well, we'll get to it when we get into our lines and picks. So, I wonder, like, it's probably a little bit too early, like weather. I wonder if it's gonna be like 15 degrees or something stupid there, where I don't know. That wouldn't really affect Cincinnati either, though. Technically,
No, they're used to
they're
that.
used to that mess. Good job,
Oh
knowing
my
us.
gosh.
Hey, KJ, welcome back.
Hey.
That's a commercial break. We
That's
missed it.
incredible.
All right. So, what do you think? Preliminary thoughts. Cincy at KC.
Oh,
Let's go.
Chiefs
K-
by
let's go,
7
KJ.
at
What
the
you got?
moment.
oh,
We're not picking yet. Just your thoughts on it.
My thoughts is gonna be a
47 degrees.
Another nail biter, I think. I think it's going to come down to another field goal.
So I actually feel a little bit the opposite of you on that. I'm like, they had all their nail biters this past weekend. These two games will be like 45-4, both of them.
No.
They're going to be close.
No.
45.
44.
Actually,
first of all,
no.
4 is a hard score to get.
2 safeties.
Yeah.
No. You get a field goal if it hits all 3 posts. It's then another new rules. Like
They score a touchdown and they take it back.
what was the MTV basketball game where you could shoot from the 4 points?
Oh man, that was fun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wasn't
What's
jam.
that called? Not Slam Jam, but it was something like that.
Oh well, there you go. That's how my brain works.
Celebrity Slam Jam.
So, it was something
Yeah,
like
Celebrity
that.
Slam Jam. Now
I'm gonna Google.
Now-
I'm gonna fact check. MTV.
get your fact check on.
While you're fact checking and thinking, you have a
Rock and Jock.
Rock and
Rock and
Jock.
Jock.
That's
Rock
right,
and
Rock
Jock.
and Jock.
which is the exact same.
What is Celebrity Slam Jam?
That's the Walmart version. Like you buy it. It's not- what are you wearing? Nikes? No, these are Nukes. Like, it's the same. It's
Celebrity
close.
Slam Jam.
That's like the DNC celebrities. Like that
Can't win
stupid show I was watching on Fox before I showed up here.
Okay.
All right, so then you have the other D-list celebrities, the Niners. They're at the Rams. It's this Sunday, 5:30. What? All right, the Rams favored by 3.5. Niners beat them twice though this year. Played
That's
week
crazy.
18. The Niners won 27-24.
It's almost like that Kirby Smart, Nick Saban
Yeah.
situation.
I say Rams.
All over.
I'm
You
going
think
Rams.
people
I'll
will
go-
realize it's a rerun? They're like, wait a minute. I've
Wait a
seen
second.
this show somewhere.
I don't know. I'm riding with the Niners on this one.
Really? You would. I'm gonna go.
This
Rams
explains why he got
hard.
upset a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
What about no? That was the other division.
Well,
I
since you're
think-
going with him, can the Niners rely on Jimmy Garoppolo?
Have you seen
Yeah.
SQR? Have you seen SQBR? It's like
What would you
48.
consider reliable? Like, what would be your expectation for Jimmy G, for the Niners to win? What does Jimmy have to do or not do? Or
Not
both?
turn the ball over more than 2 times.
How many yards passing? 150?
400.
150.
350. 278.
A
No, they
Tannehill
have
like
Samuel-
75.
They have Samuel
Debo's a
Debo,
force, man.
Debo Samuel, whatever his name is.
You dyslexic little buddy. Nah,
I'm looking at what he threw for earlier in the season against them.
I think the Rams are going to be locked in. Sean McVay is going to have.
So when
his-
they won in week 17, or what did I say? 18.
18.
His completion was 71%, threw for 316,
Wow. At
1
home-
TD, 2 interceptions, 87.5 rating. No, this was in LA.
Oh wow. That's
And
really
then earlier in the year, 78% completion, 182
Golly.
yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 141 QBR. So
good.
that's
That's
what I'm saying. If he can keep
I'm
that
talking
type of
postseason. Check that one out. Check out the QBR for.
I'm saying
Jimmy
he's
G.
due for like a 0.25 rating then.
the
to level it
Cowboys 67, and then Packers 57, but he still won both.
So 47 this
Yeah,
week.
I mean, you can't really knock Kyle Shanahan. I mean, Kyle Shanahan is kind of like, yeah, Nick Saban type.
All right. Well, let's get into a couple of
offensive mind.
teams that don't have coaches or playoff aspirations. So Sean Payton announces, I think it was earlier today, that he is leaving the Saints after 16 years to chill for a year.
It's actually
Oh, that's right. The Panthers fan. He's excited that he's gone.
Does that jump you? So he's gone. Brady's gone. That means y'all go to the number 1 in the NFC
No,
South.
not quite yet, but
So
that does
he
help
was
the
with
cause.
he was with the organization for 16 years, but he only coached 15 because he got suspended that one year.
Oh, yeah. That's
Oh, what did he do?
2012
oh,
bounty.
he paid
It-
players to
it was-
hurt other people. Cool. Let's celebrate that
It
guy.
was called a bounty investigation.
Mhm. I thought they
There
were talking
was
about
no-
paper
You're
towels.
such a hater, bro.
it's not a hater
You're
when it's
such a hater,
documented.
bro.
No, no, no,
You're
wait.
such
it's
a hater.
documented.
I give Sean Payton one compliment, Trent. Go ahead.
I can't do it.
Oh, he's not a hater. It's fine.
He
Totally
looks
okay.
like a Bond villain. He looks like a wannabe
Like a short one.
Zoolander. He's like with this little. Hey,
So regular
he
season,
paid
60,
people to hurt other people. I know that probably happens more
All
throughout.
coaches do that.
But
He just got caught.
exactly. But he's like the best of the best.
I can't believe
at
you haven't said like
everything.
they play indoors. That's what I keep waiting on.
Ah,
like, to get
man.
through all your insults.
And Drew Brees dips. He dips. It's fine.
Because when they did, we did.
Yeah, go ahead. It's fine.
Go ahead. Who dat?
If
Who
anybody,
that gonna be relevant for the next 20 plus years? Not the same.
if anybody does not follow NFL memes on Instagram, please
Yeah,
do
go
it.
do
It
that.
is hilarious.
Falcons win that conference with ease, right? Next season.
As long as Matt Ryan's there, they will not
Carolina,
win.
New Orleans, and
If Tom Brady leaves, I think they'll still kind of be the
Russell
favorites.
Wilson with Atlanta, with FedEx guy running the head coach.
No, are you talking about? Oh yeah, you're right.
So do you also earlier I had said Rodgers was overrated, or what I say he wasn't clutch. But
Yeah.
what about Sean Payton and Drew Brees only one Super Bowl appearance?
It's bad
Like-
karma, man. It really is. That's why that's like the most trash calls. I will
name me somebody
actually.
with good karma that's won.
Oh, was that the interception?
I will.
interference
Let me
game?
say this: the Saints have gotten robbed like badly, and,
Yeah, they've
and,
gotten-
and-
It is in
and
New
the
Orleans.
only thing I can equate it to is bad karma. Real talk. And dude, just imagine if that Jared Goff, Tom Brady, god awful Super Bowl we had to suffer through was Drew Brees and Tom Brady instead. That would have been a lot better.
See,
And
There
I'm
you
not
go.
even.
That was
there-
a halfway compliment.
It's almost a compliment because
Ish.
Tom Brady would still win because it's that type of thing.
So we discussed it off the air.
Sorry. I hate to.
I think
be
we
a-
should put down a countdown clock behind us, and it just says days till Payton is Cowboys coach.
Yeah,
I just leave it on like
that terrifies me.
24/7.
bro. I'll be the first to say that terrifies me.
He's going there.
Yeah,
Not
I've
this year. Not
I've
this
seen
year.
that and the
but
Bear- I've
next
seen
year or the
that
year
and the
after.
Bears.
But he's still under contract for 3 years, so they have to trade some compensation.
Yeah.
But if
Jerry Jones will
Jerry's
just
smart,
eat it
if
somehow.
he's smart, you just
Do
let
it.
McCarthy stay one more year, and then you get your boy.
So what does it take? That I was
That's-
actually going to
that's-
ask.
That's low key.
I was going to ask this earlier. Legitimately, what would it take for McCarthy to keep his job next season? NFC championship or bust?
Super Bowl.
So if they lose the NFC championship, he's fired.
They will still
Yeah.
take Sean Payton over.
I can see him losing in the playoffs and fired.
I mean, they can't win a playoff game. Period.
I know. I'm trying to figure out where the line is that you would be like, okay,
I would say
where it makes it at least sound
maybe
half, I know
NFC
it's Jerry
championship.
Jones, so it won't be reasonable. But I was like, I wonder where like if they get all the way to the NFC championship and lose on a
Super
last
Bowl.
second field goal
He has to
Bowl.
win a Super
to
Bowl.
Garoppolo.
Yes. He has to win a Super Bowl in
or
order to-
else. What if they lose the Super Bowl? You fire him?
I'm saying he has to make it to Super Bowl. If he makes
if
it,
he
to,
makes it there,
if he makes it to Super Bowl, you got to keep him. You can't fire him after going to Super Bowl.
yeah.
Per ESPN.
What's Sean Payton done? One Super Bowl, so that means McCarthy has 2.
I so want this to happen. I want this to be a big old
Per
match.
ESPN.
Per ESPN, everything he does this year, McCarthy does this year, is going to be under the what would Sean Payton do prism or microscope.
They're already saying that.
Yeah, they're already saying that. So everything he does is going to be compared to Sean Payton. If he doesn't do as well as they think Sean Payton would do, I think he's out next year.
I think that he tried to get him before he hired McCarthy, like on the low. Like I think he
Probably.
talked to them about.
This
Yeah,
is how I
yeah.
feel about table talk. Everything I do is compared to that. It's tough. Spread the positive. Hashtag rep the spread. All right. So team
Yeah,
that
so I think
may have a coach, the Jags,
Oh,
Byron
Samantha,
Leftwich, the legend.
Samantha says Jerry has fired a Super Bowl coach.
Oh yeah. How about them
Yeah.
Cowboys?
Jimmy Johnson, right?
Jimmy Jones.
Jimmy Jones.
Yeah. Then he went racing a NASCAR.
Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's different.
anyway.
Oh, whoops.
Different people.
Go Lowe's, number 48.
Yeah, that's Jimmy
Okay.
Johnson.
Yes, it is.
Somehow he got younger too. That was weird.
Oh,
And then he threw water bottles.
Everything's fine.
That's how they got in a fight.
delayed reaction. I told you already.
So they went
Oh.
they went polar opposites of what's the Ohio State kid? They
Urban-
got Urban
Urban
Meyer.
Meyer.
They go with Byron Leftwich.
Well, it's not official.
Oh, it's
But he's kind of the front runner though right now.
As he should.
Pretty
be.
sure he's the front runner.
Why should he?
he's kind of a quarterback guru too. I mean,
Why?
he was one.
He was
Why?
the quarterback. Yeah.
Why? Who'd he guru?
Tom Brady.
He
Yeah.
didn't guru Tom Brady.
How
Tom Brady
Tom,
gurued himself.
yeah, but
he
he
was
gets all
the
the credit.
offensive coordinator for his last Super Bowl.
Tom told him what
He
to do.
gurued him.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Thank
Look who
God
he
for
had.
Byron Leftwich or Tom Brady.
Tom ran his
There's
own
a pre-Tom
offense.
Brady
Byron
version.
Leftwich was just there to say yes or no.
That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with KJ. Like he ain't do
Y'all
nothing. Now
No.
he's a front runner because he was an OC.
He's had a lot of offensive coordinating success.
Has he? Piss off.
I forgot where he was
Actually, he
before,
has.
but
That's what I'm saying.
exactly.
He's actually
Yeah,
very
he actually
wrong.
has. He actually has.
Y'all
I'm not
definition
wrong.
of success, man.
Go look
It's
at
about to
I'm
be
looking
Google
fact
by
check,
you.
looking it up.
Well, and also compared to Jacksonville, anything he does is going to be successful because Jacksonville's kind of terrible right now. And they
Okay.
have been for a few years.
He was the quarterbacks coach for Arizona for 1 year, 2017 to 2018. And then interim offensive coordinator for a year with the Cardinals. And then offensive coordinator.
Watches Bruce Arians do his thing.
And works with Tom Brady. Works with, not coaches, because Tom Brady's not going
Where
to be
does he go
coached at
from
this
there?
age.
He's basically Bruce Arians. He's a
With 3 years experience, he's basically Bruce Arians.
I stand.
You know
by
how
that.
long it took Bruce Arians to get a head coaching job?
Like 100.
Whatever.
I don't know.
Hey,
Whatever.
I support you, Byron.
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah, get his name right.
He
Byron,
was a
my
shitty
bad.
So-
quarterback.
1/3 of NFL teams basically don't have a head coach. I think it's 9 out of
I mean,
32.
We
Oh,
can
wow.
we
That
can
makes a
run
lot.
through these quickly. Saints, they might do in-house, I think. They have
Yeah,
a
they have
former
a
head
whole
coach, Dennis Allen. Giants hired a GM.
Who's going to be like the wild one? Does somebody hire like Bill Cowher or
No.
is it going to be like some
Bill
kind of
Cowher's not
weird,
going
like
back.
crazy dumb hiring?
No.
What about Jim Harbaugh? That's a weird, crazy dumb one.
He's
isn't it?
staying with the Jim.
Raiders
He's
or
staying with-
Dolphins is what I've heard.
Michigan? I don't think so.
No, the brother.
John?
John's staying with the Ravens.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Jim,
wants
they're
to get out
saying
of
that
Michigan.
he might
He
want to
might
get out of
come back.
Michigan. So Raiders or
With
Dolphins
his
is what I'm hearing.
stellar career in college? Like, why?
But
Why?
he had a really good football success when he NFL.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He did.
he was, and then he went to college, and then so I feel like him going back to NFL wouldn't be the Urban Meyer scenario.
Oh, because he has an ounce of
The
integrity.
most intriguing job on here for me would have to be the Giants.
Yeah.
They're kind of garbage, though.
Now they have talent. They don't have a quarterback, but they have talent.
Isn't that pretty much all the Broncos are missing, too, though? Is it QB?
A lot of these teams are just missing a QB.
Broncos.
Titans.
That's
are.
what I'm saying. Like, well, it's like that though.
What about,
Bears need a QB.
what about Tua down in Miami? Is he there one more season total?
Depends on the head coach.
Yeah.
Where's Deshaun Watson going?
Carolina.
That would be amazing.
Oh, wait, you were all for that. Crap, never mind. I was want to be
He's
somebody
not
else.
coming to Tennessee.
No.
Really? You can't?
They won't trade him in division.
Raiders? Raiders are kind of the not outcast.
Well, I
but what's the word I'm
mean,
looking
you could have a whole bunch of quarterback carousel in here too, because Kirk Cousins could be out of Minnesota, Deshaun out of the Texans, Carr out of the Raiders.
Do we think Deshaun still plays next year?
Yeah.
Or does? He has, right? They'll wrap all this mess up in the
I
summer.
think this is going to go down as like a really bad mark on the NFL.
He's just a bad person. It's karma.
No,
Yeah,
that
he
is
is.
fake
Yeah.
news.
Yeah, he's just a bad person.
No, he's a
No, it's
good-
just karma. That's how it happens. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's just hard to root for. Yeah, that's what he gets.
Yeah.
in
In his voice.
How was my impersonation?
The sarcasm.
Spot
What's
on.
Deshaun Watson done? Nothing.
Well, depends on if he's guilty.
He
or
made
not.
he made the wrong people mad.
I'm
Apparently.
talking about football wise.
Oh,
I'm not
football.
talking about. I don't care about what he did off. I mean,
He was rookie of the year,
You get a plaque for that.
and he's like
one day,
top five.
One
in
day,
the
me and you
league.
are just gonna argue about our different
We'll take that one off.
titles and
Watch.
like
Yeah.
ideas of
Live studio audience. All right,
But
let's
yeah,
change.
hey,
Let's change our ball.
Right, at the same time,
Byron Leftwich. Go ahead, buddy. Show me what you got in Jacksonville with
yeah.
a talented rookie quarterback.
Trevor Lawrence is the truth.
Yeah, man, it's just like Tom Brady.
We know. We know.
Come on, JD.
All right, ready to just do it. Let's go to the other balls. Baseball. Big Papi Ortiz, the only person elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Nearly 78% of the vote.
Yeah, Big
75
Papi
to
is
get
the
in.
truth, bro.
Love Poppy.
Me too.
20
See,
seasons.
more times than not, we do agree, which is fun as well.
I
I
only
don't
said
like
that because I do like him though.
Yeah, Big Papi though.
3
Yeah.
World Series, big time clutch hitter.
Just a fun dude. Like he's always just like jolly
I
and
feel like
fun.
he'd buy you like pizza or a beer too.
He just
I bet
said,
you
like,
he'll buy you a bunch of shots.
Or the
Yeah.
bar.
Yeah.
like, let's get weird.
Let's get
Big
wasted.
Poppy.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of weird people didn't make it though. Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens. Their
robbery.
10 years are now up. They can
It's
both.
such hypocritical
go.
stuff, man.
So Bonds obviously did juice. Are we convinced Clemens did? Is that like, are we
Yes, he
all
definitely
100?
did as well.
He doesn't
They
seem
both did, but
I like Clemens' statement. He's like, I didn't play for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
I
I
played
saw
to
that
support
too,
my
yeah.
family.
And to
I was in on that.
yeah. I mean, I think it's a joke.
I think it's dumb.
I think it's an absolute joke. They've been
Same thing with Pete Rose not being able to get in.
The Pete
It's a
Rose
joke.
one is way worse than these two. Pete Rose should be in. Giant Head Bonds and Bloody Sock Clemens. No, wait, that wasn't even Clemens. What? Who's the Kurt Schillings?
Kurt Schillings.
Same team, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, they suck. Anyway, you have to have 75 to make it. They didn't. So good riddance to them.
Even Poppy has HGH allegations.
Yeah,
he
I know. I
barely
was
he
about to
barely
say.
barely got in.
I
he
was
barely got
about to
in
say, like-
77, but
He just looked like he ate well.
I think he was a big dude. He was a
I
big
mean, with Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens and all that, and the steroids and stuff, like there's just gotta like as good as they were, there just has to be some form of integrity in what they're doing. So, I mean, I get people not wanting to put them in.
I guess this is a devil's advocate meet, but everybody in baseball is cheating. So I don't.
I mean,
know.
yeah.
It doesn't
Like,
bother
it's
me
a
that they
joke.
were.
Like if they had any integrity at all, it would be different, but they don't, and they've never really have.
No, I don't know why. It never bothered me.
But I mean, they also knew what would happen if they got caught. So it's
But,
like you
like,
take
alright.
you do it at your own risk. And if you're drawing attention to yourself, obviously by being the best player in the game, and you've got doctors up your butt,
Alright,
you've got
hang
all
on,
these
though.
people up your butt trying to prove that you're doing
Quite
something.
literally.
You know
Yeah,
what you
yeah.
still have to do though? You still have to hit a curveball or a fastball. Like if you have like that's so crazy.
What was that? What was that?
I mean, I get it.
I mean, it's just like
Show me the way you were holding that bat.
yeah, like yeah.
But I mean,
saying.
I can go out
Well,
here
like,
and
the
take
eye-hand coordination and like taking some steroids to be able to do what he did, sure, but like still being able to do it regardless, and everybody else is pumping all the
I do
Things that
steroids before the show.
I mean, but I'm saying like I could
see it.
I could take enhancing
Good Lord, look at JD.
I could take enhancing stuff and make it to the Olympics off my athleticism and the fact that I can like do certain things. But if I were to do that now, there's no way I could even compete at a high school level. I'm sure at this point, maybe college, but but I'm like, there's just a difference. Like even though you're still doing what should be done, you're just doing it with so much more ease, and it just there's just something to it that just seems.
I mean, I get
seems
it. I get it to
fishy.
a certain degree. I really do.
No, I do too, which is why they don't vote
But
him in.
it's still you have to like actually do it still. And what Barry Bonds
Really,
did,
I think, yeah.
I mean, juice helps. It's not.
I
gonna
mean,
hurt it.
clearly, like your muscles are bigger and they might move quicker.
They're
but
quicker, your
still,
brain
like,
works quick, like everything works.
Oh.
Well, not everything.
Not everything, but
Not everything. There's a couple things that don't work.
But even though they didn't make it in, their names will still be in the
He ain't always
conversation the
hitting
rest
home
of his
runs.
life.
That's
Solo?
what she said. Yeah.
You know what else doesn't work?
Wow.
All these wonderful podcasts. If you don't go to spreadthepositive.net,
Well, I will.
that was outstanding.
That was a nice
That was well
transition.
done.
That's a good
Hey,
segue.
swing by
We've been
there.
working good on that.
Pick up a nice little hoodie, sweatshirt. Check out all the local charities, etc., that we support as a big old group with over 75,000 downloads and growing.
90.
90,000?
Fact check that.
That's going to be 100.
I
Very
think
soon.
that one.
If you enjoy these kids arguing, hashtag rep the spread. Check out spreadthepositive.net. Buy yourself a little something, something, and help support the local region.
Yes, one of a kind region.
All right, let's talk about
Support.
some interest. What do y'all say?
This seems interesting.
So now it's time for
So
interests.
So you mean this is going to be interesting?
Oh, I never said that.
I'm not sure it will be.
I never said that.
All right, so I'm going to be double booked for interest today because I still have my rant about someone. And I'd like to talk about a song that I heard on the radio recently that turns out
Oh, God.
was not the lyrics that I thought they were. I thought that there was actually, maybe because I'm old, there was a song about a vacuum cleaner called Roomba. And then so when I looked at the lyrics, I was like, well, I mean, I guess it could be about a vacuum cleaner. So So it turns out it actually is Doja Cat. And here I read her lyrics about her song called Roomba, as I thought it was, which I've been saying it at home. And there's a couple of lines in the song that I thought, well, it made sense. Like she says, come here, Papa, plant your seed, which I'm assuming means dirt, right? Seeds. And then she says, I'll grow it from my womb, which I would
Hold
assume
on, can
means
you
the
do it like she
tub.
doesn't sing? Like sing
No,
it.
I never sing like a tub of dust. So, and then she talks about being overlooked and underappreciated because the vacuum just rolls around. It does its own thing. No one ever gives it gratitude, right? So the whole time I'm like, Roomba, Roomba, Roomba. And so if you listen to it, I was like, holy crap, there's a song about a Roomba. And then there's another part of it where she goes, I heard from a friend of a friend that blank, which I'm assuming they meant suction, is a 10 out of 10. And what are the best references from your friends? And I was like, hell yeah, this is an outstanding vacuum cleaner, the Roomba. So let's hear it if you don't mind. Almost forgot. We don't own the rights to this music. It's Doja Cat, Roomba.
What? It's called Roomba?
Oh, no, wait, it's called Woman,
Woman.
it turns out. But I really thought it was Roomba.
No, that's
I
not
like
it.
that one, though.
Oh, that's the one right there. Cause I ball out.
Mhm. Watch.
Are you gonna dance?
No, but just say Roomba instead of. It didn't even sound like
Is it a woman?
It's yeah, but it doesn't sound like woman. It sounds like Roomba. You'll see. We do not own the rights to this music. It sounds good in the headphones, though.
It does.
All I hear is Roomba.
Now that you
Okay,
say it.
now that he says it, yeah.
Oh my
All right, that's 15 seconds. Yes. Okay.
That song sucks.
I could hear it a little
Little
bit.
vacuum joke for y'all. You know who else sucks? Ryan Tannehill.
No.
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
All right, so Ryan Tannehill. We titled the show "JD is the Ryan Tannehill of podcasting," and I would like to show you why. Number one, we're both decent with a few highlights. We get people's hope up, but we're terrible under pressure. I jump the intro every show, and last week we needed a guest, and I couldn't come through with an extra guest. So yeah, during the regular season we're okay, but as soon as someone asked us to perform, well, not good. However, there are great parts of our team. The defense, spelled with a C because they're both from overseas. Bill and Steve, they're consistent. They're way more popular than the offense or the cast as it would be. And then you have to talk about the other players in our game. Let's just say the offensive coordinator and or producer, Trent Downing. All right. He's okay. He does all the offensive coordinating or runs the show. But as soon as no KJ was here last week, he had to call an audible, which would be the same as no Derrick Henry. So he's calling an audible on the plays. We missed some comments on the Facebook. We've had some issues, all because the best player on our team, Queen KJ instead of King Henry, was out. By far the most talented player. Also, like King Henry, had a foot injury. I think it was a foot. I'm hoping it was.
Ankle back in the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and similar hairstyles. Like if you wore a helmet, you can see it from the back, right? So yeah, she carries the show. And if you've seen our show or their offense without their leadership, oh, both terrible, just not good. And then you have to my right, to your left, AJ Dolo. I was going to go with Solo Brown, but that was way too easy. Low hanging fruit on that one. So
This was
nah.
not pre-discussed in our pre-production.
Our
meeting.
underutilized weapon, the playmaker, the guy who took over producing of the show, but with no Queen KJ, JD can't get the show to solo, AJ Dolo. It's a big old mess. Same thing, wasted talent. And then there's Julio Drew Greer. Yeah, he's rarely here and useless. So that's that one. Get rid of him. So the main similarity between me and Ryan is publicly, we both feel bad about how crappy we are at our jobs. Privately, we don't give a shit. Neither one of us do.
Hey, that's a chip.
I don't mind. We
That's
both
the
go
chip.
home to our hot ladies and we both have money. It don't matter. We'll both see you next season. And that is my comparison to me and Ryan Tannehill.
Sound like a wannabe poem.
It was. I'm looking
Wow.
at it.
All right, let's get rid of this show by doing a couple of lines and let's get the heck out of here.
Woo!
Long time.
So now it's time for lines.
What?
I have no idea. I don't know what he means by that.
Let's do lines.
Sounds fun.
Sounds fun. All right, let's do Bengals at Chiefs first. We'll go with Miss KJ, the real running back / talent of the show. KJ, who you got? -7 Chiefs, 54.5.
I'm going upset.
She's going for it.
Bengals by 1 field goal, 38-35.
Oh boy.
This is the whole Joe Burrow thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. How about you, Hot Take?
I'm gonna go Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Chiefs 31-28.
Soon to be Gatlinburg solo.
Chiefs 38-26.
Okay.
I just don't see any upsets either. That sucks. I'm actually going to take KC as well on this one, but I'm going to go 39-37. Last second field goal to win. That would be mine on that one. All right, let's do Niners at Rams. Rams favored by 3.5. Over under 46.5. Let's go this way this time. Solo, who you got? Niners at Rams.
Niners 24-21.
24-21, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Taking the Niners. So you have Niners and Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Which will be a rematch of the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Oh, there you go. All right, Trent, what do you got?
I'm gonna go Rams 31-27.
All right. How about you, Miss KJ?
Going Rams 28-24.
So you have LA against Cincy.
Mm-hmm.
And you said 28-24.
That'd be dope.
I'm going for it. Come
I'm
on,
here
Joe.
for it.
Come on,
I'm
Joe.
here for it.
All right. And I am also going to take the Rams in this one. Let's go 27-26. And they held the
real
lead.
close.
And then the Bengals miss an extra point to end the game. That's how I'm going with it.
Bengals
So-
aren't playing.
Or the Niners. That's what I meant. That's why.
I will
the Bengals
say,
came to kick the extra point.
I
So,
will
yeah.
say, shout out to Emmanuel Smith on the Chiefs. We're rooting for you, but honestly, I'm a Joey B fan, so it's whoever wins.
So to recap, we have LA versus KC by let's see, that's what I had. LA and KC. You have 49ers KC. You had
Bengals and Rams.
so that's
You
you
two
there
are-
LA
you two
KC.
are on the same page.
And there you go. That's our very important opinion for the night. We love you. Thank you for listening. You'll never walk alone. We did it under an hour though. Hey,
Let's go.
kick rocks.
See you guys next week.
yeah, we miss you
Bye.
already. We